Hello everyone, my name is Cami and welcome to my channel, Cami's Corner. If you're new to my channel, welcome, and if you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. On my channel, we do mainly Bath & Body Works and fragrance content with a sprinkle of lifestyle content, but in today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the brand new signature scent from Bath & Body Works called Touch of Gold. I am also going to compare it to 4 different fine fragrance mists that you guys commented in my haul video asking for comparisons of. We're going to compare it to Luminous, Blackberry Burst, Cue the Confetti, as well as Platinum. But if you're new to my reviews, I do a full day's wear test, testing out just the fine fragrance mist, and I will rate it on a scale of 1 to 10 on my personal thoughts of the scent itself, as well as longevity, and then I will rate it as a combined score as an overall scent. I do not test this out with a moisturizer. If you wear a moisturizer, I'm sure you could get a little bit more longevity out of it, but for the purpose of today's video, we are just testing out the fine fragrance mist itself. And I do spray about 10 to 15 times, and I spray a little bit on my clothes as well as a little bit on my skin because the scent can change based on your skin chemistry. But let's talk about the fragrance first. Here we have Touch of Gold. I really love the packaging, and like I said in my haul video, it really reminds me of like a New Year's Eve kind of a fragrance, so I'm surprised they brought this one out so early. But like I said, it is called Touch of Gold, and it has scent notes of bright blackberries, golden orange blossom with decadent tonka, and it says add a hint of shine to your everyday with this indulgent blend of gilded fruit and a bit of floral warmth. And the cap is really, really cute. I believe this is the first time they've done a cap like this. And this one does retail for $18.95. And I too really adore the packaging. So I first sprayed this fragrance at 9:52 in the morning, and I sprayed it next to my husband. And wow, this is very, very strong for about the first 10 minutes. This is like a 9 out of 10. It's almost too strong where it kind of like triggered a little bit of a headache. And I don't know if it's because it's the kind of scent that it is, but for me, it was really, really strong for like the first 10 minutes. But after that first like 10-minute dry down, it went down to like a 7 out of 10 where it wasn't like super overwhelmingly strong anymore. And on the first spray, on both my skin and my clothes, it performed the same way. So I'm just going to talk about how it performed on both. It was a warm, woodsy, powdery, slightly fruity floral fragrance. I'm a little confused by this fragrance. I feel like there's a lot happening in it and it's very layered and kind of not in a good way. I like the scent itself, but there is just a lot to this fragrance. Like that is a lot of scent notes that I'm getting out of here. And it does have blackberry, orange blossom, and tonka, but I get like a warm powdery with just like a little hint of fruity floral in this one. And for me, this scent is a little bit more of a classy kind of mature fragrance in my opinion. I still think it's really nice, but it's a little more mature than I would typically pick out of a fragrance. It's got similar vibes with like the matureness to like a Luminous fragrance in my opinion. It's still very, very pretty. I like it, but not like my most favorite fragrance ever. And I said that it smells classy and mature, and it is definitely less intense on the dry down. About an hour after I had it on, it was a solid 6 out of 10. 2 hours later, 5 out of 10. 3 hours later, still a 5 out of 10. And then 4 hours later is when it really started to dissipate. I still have it on my skin, and it smells nice, but you definitely got to like sniff it out, you know, like you're not going to be able to smell it if you just walk past me. But overall, I think the fragrance is nice. It's not my favorite fragrance. Like I said, it's a little more mature leaning than I would like. And on the first spray, there's just like a lot happening. It's powdery, it's warm, it's floral, it's fruity. It's also like perfumey smelling. There's just a lot happening in this one. And I think there's too much happening in this one for my taste. The longevity, because it lasted about 4 hours, I would say like a 7 out of 10. I think that's pretty good. And for my overall thoughts on this fragrance and how much I would gravitate towards this one, it's a little too mature for me to like spray this anywhere I go. I think this is a good date night scent or a date day scent for like the wintry cold months. But personally for me, This is not a scent that I'm going to be picking up and grabbing on a daily basis, like, because I really want to wear it. I think it's pretty. I think it's elegant. I think it's classy, but it's giving, how do I say this? Like classy, rich grandma. Like that's what it's smelling like. And I'm totally fine with smelling like a classy, rich grandma, but this is just like not an everyday scent, like a scent like ice cream float. I feel like I could wear that all the time because it's super fun. And I kind of like more of like juvenile fragrances, like an ice cream float kind of a fragrance. But for me, this one, there's definitely a specific occasion for this, but I don't mind it. But I would say it's like a 5 out of 10 for my scent preference. So I would just say across the board, this is a solid 6 out of 10 fragrance. Okay, so now that my overall thoughts of Touch of Gold are out of the way, I am going to compare it to some other fragrances that you guys had asked me to compare it to. The first one was Blackberry Burst. This one I believe is still available, but it came out with the Scent Lab collection. If you're interested, I do have a review of every single one of the Scent Lab collection of fragrances on my channel. And right off the bat, these fragrances are not similar at all, but I could see why someone would want me to compare them because they both have blackberry in them. Blackberry Burst is so much more my vibe. It's very bright, vibrant, it's juicy, it's bright, it's fruity, it's a Blackberry Burst. Like blackberry is all you get in the Blackberry Burst fragrance, and in Touch of Gold, it's more of like a perfumey kind of vibe, similar to like a Luminous or a Platinum. It's still a nice fragrance, don't get me wrong, but Blackberry Burst and Touch of Gold are not dupes of each other, so we'll put Blackberry Burst to the side. Next, we have Miss Q the Confetti. I'm going to be honest, I don't think I've touched this since I did my review of Q the Confetti, but this was last year's New Year's collection. This one has scent notes of shimmering blackberry and a New Year's kiss. So fun. Let's give this one a smell. Like I said, I have not smelled this since it launched. This was just kind of one of those releases that kind of came and went, and I was just like, eh, and moved on from it, but yeah. Okay, I could see where these would be like cousins to each other, but still not like a repackage or a direct dupe. Because again, Q the Confetti just has a little bit more of a bright, playful scent, where Touch of Gold really settles in on a classy, more perfumey kind of vibe. Yeah, I actually prefer Q the Confetti now that I am holding this up. It's kind of got like a bubbly essence to it too, which I really, really like. But just they're different vibes of fragrances. I feel like I could pull this out every day and wear it. Same with Blackberry Burst, but Touch of Gold would be more of like a special occasion fragrance. So not dupes, but I can get the comparison. Another one a lot of people pointed out was Platinum. This was, I think, like last year's, at this time, I believe, like signature scent. I think it came out last year at this time, but this is Sparkling Bergamot, Silver Blooms, and Patchouli Musk. They don't have similar scent notes at all, but they're both like perfumey, kind of classy, luxurious kind of scents. So I could see why someone would want me to compare these. So on this side, we have Touch of Gold, and then we have Platinum on this side. I actually think I like Platinum better. Even though this does have musk in it, I don't know. They're not similar at all to me. Again, I'm getting more of a powdery, mature fragrance out of Touch of Gold, but they definitely have similar vibes where they're a very perfumey, elegant kind of fragrance. Like they smell like you're wearing a perfume and not like a fun, fine fragrance mist. They're very different though. But they definitely have that same like perfumey vibe, but not dupes of each other, but I could see the comparison. They're very similar in packaging. One's just gold and the other is platinum. And then last but not least, we have Luminous, another one with very different scent notes, but I'm still here to compare it for you guys. This is Ruby Currant, Gilded Iris, and Praline Amber. I really liked Luminous. I know a lot of people did not like Luminous very much. I actually was able to get Luminous in a perfume, so I do like Luminous. And yeah, I like Luminous more than Touch of Gold. They're both very mature fragrances, but they're different. I think the amber is super, super pretty. And same with the iris in this one. I do still like Touch of Gold, but out of Platinum, Touch of Gold, and Luminous, I do think Touch of Gold is my least favorite. But Touch of Gold, Luminous, and Platinum all have the more like mature, classy kind of scent note to it. But anyways, but like I said, none of these are like spot on direct dupes. So if you have all of these in your collection, I say that you could still pick up Touch of Gold. I don't think this is a direct repackage of anything. If I missed a fragrance that you want me to compare it to, I can smell them and then I can respond to your comment. But so far, none of these fragrances were really like dupes or anything for Touch of Gold, which is fine by me because I love when Bath & Body Works comes out with new fragrances. But overall, I like this scent. It's not a love. I don't think I want to get it in any other forms. If I can find it in the perfume for 75% off one day, I would love to pick that up. But I think I'm fine with just having it in the fine fragrance mist for the collection and to put on if I'm like going on a date night or something during the winter time. But that is all for today's video. If you guys enjoyed my review of Touch of Gold, make sure you thumbs up the video, comment down below, let me know your thoughts. Are they comparable to any other fragrances that I didn't talk about in today's video? And if you like seeing my face, the Bath & Body Works, fragrance, or lifestyle content, make sure you consider hitting that subscribe button because it's free to you. Helps me out so very much, and you guys can always change your mind later. Thanks again, you guys, for watching today's video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!